What would actually happen if you stopped wasting your time and you wrote down some goals and you went and achieved those goals in a week? This is episode 7. Wow. I'm starting this YouTube channel to make myself accountable to making progress and taking the right actions. So it's Friday the 15th of September 2023, and I want to just explain why I started this. I'm trying to build a life that is financially and locationally free, and I wanted to document as much of it as I can to act as inspiration for anyone who's watching. I'm giving myself a challenge for this week, but not only this week, it will continue after this, but I want to really narrow down on some goals and actually set some goals for this week to achieve so that I can make some progress and continue documenting my journey. Alright, so my first goal was to edit and make 6 course modules this week. My second goal was to make 1 high quality YouTube video and read a whole chapter of 12 Rules for Life. I've got my first class this morning in about half an hour, so I've got to get ready for that. Something that's been on my mind for the past couple of weeks has been, I was trying to figure out the reasons why I didn't start this earlier, and why a lot of people say, or at least think, that they don't have the discipline to do certain things. So, what I believe holds a lot of people back is that belief that they can't be consistent over a long period of time doing a certain thing for long enough that they will achieve results. And maybe that's the difficulty of the reward that they're trying to aim for, or maybe it's just the fact that they have too many obstacles in the way of getting to that, or they're just in the wrong environment, surrounded by the wrong people to achieve that goal and to actually start making progress towards it. Is it just that your friends are going after this thing and it sounds cool, or is it that you want to be liked by other people, seeking social validation? See, that's a very big part of the way our brain functions, and you really need to narrow it down and do some reflection on why you want to achieve that goal before you start taking action towards it. In the long term, if you start going after the wrong things, for the wrong reasons at least, you're potentially going to have regrets. And if you hadn't gone after that thing and you just spent a couple minutes reflecting on why you want to go after that thing and actually made a conscious decision, that could put you in a completely different place than you are now. If you think about it, where we are right now is just an addition of every single decision that we've ever made in our lives. If you actually wanted to go after something and set it as a goal, if you actually knew what you needed to do and just took that first step, what felt right, and you had a goal that you knew exactly why you wanted to chase after it, and you start making progress, even if you do get a couple of roadblocks, a couple of failures, that won't have any impact on you. So if you believe that you can't be consistent or disciplined or whatever you think, really reflect on why you want to go after it and what your brain and your heart is telling you before you make that decision. But often the case is that you know exactly what you need to do next, but you're just too lazy to do it. And that was another thing for me. I knew that it would take time to make YouTube videos each week and edit the course and read, and it wouldn't be necessarily fun, but it's got to the stage where I literally just see it as what I need to do. I've become reliant on myself to do those things regularly and make progress with them. So you've really got to understand that you're responsible for your future, and every action that you take, think about why you're doing it, and that should pretty much cure your laziness, because you've got such a strong motivation now. It's literally the foundation of your thoughts and your actions, that there isn't any reason really why you wouldn't go after that goal. There's some very big takeaways from my last 10 weeks on this journey, and it has been a very interesting process. I think the biggest change has been my brain, and although it has been stressful at times to try to keep up with everything that I'm trying to go after and make consistent progress each week, I feel like my brain has had a huge development, and I'm starting to think a lot more clearly, especially after articulating my thoughts on camera which has made a very positive impact on the way that I think. I definitely feel like that's the biggest progress that I've made, which is within myself. And obviously you can't change your surroundings without changing yourself. And that's really why I started this series. Having that self-reliance and that responsibility and that discipline is always a positive thing.